Hello, I hope you're having a good day. So in this tutorial, I will explain how you can use Shopify Metaobjects. So if you already have the concept of Shopify Meta Fields, to understand this Metaobjects would be rather easier for you. So in Shopify Meta Fields, we add some additional information to product page or any other page in Shopify, which is not available in the Shopify structure. Like if you want to add the origin of the product, if you want to add like additional features of the product, and this is not available in Shopify by default. You just have the option for the description or variants. So for to add this additional information, you can use the meta fields. So meta objects is something advanced you create like a container in which you put all the information. Like you can say meta fields are like sticky notes that you add to a book, and meta objects are like you write a complete book, okay? And you can reuse it again and again, something like this. So meta objects are something which is reusable. You can use again and again. Once you enter some data at some place, and you can use it again and again. So I will, for this tutorial, I will use two examples so that you can have a clear idea. For the example number one, I will use the events meta object, and I will use that meta object in a page, in a Shopify page. The page would be about us page. You can use any page you want. And the second example, for the second example, I will use the most common example that you will see on the YouTube, which is the designer example. And I will create a designer meta field and meta object, and I will use that example on the product page actually. So you can use it on any page. I will show you. That's not an issue. But let me tell you some examples first. What are some of the practical examples that you can use for the meta objects, and then we will move towards the things that I have mentioned you, that I will create the events meta object, and then obviously the designer meta objects. So you can use meta objects like to create the product FAQs, and I plan to create a separate video for that as well. You can create the product ingredients like different fields. You can create the entries and then reuse it throughout your store. You can also use the meta objects. You can also use if I say meta field, this tutorial is about the meta object. So you can use meta object to create the product FAQs. You can use it for creating product ingredients. You can use it for event calendar. You can use it for customer testimonials. The most common example, you can use it for the store locations. If you want to use some multiple store locations, you can also use some meta objects. But it depends on the situation. Once you have the idea how you can use it, you will be able to create any type of meta object, and you can also think of the case study that can be used for it. So without wasting any further time, let's move towards the practical example, and let's create the first meta object, and that would be used for the events. And for the dummy data, I will be using the DeepSeek, my favorite AI tool. So make sure to check it out. It's completely free, and I personally found it better than ChatGPT, but it's personal preference. So what you have to do, you have to just click on content, so where you can use the meta objects, and then you have to create a definition. So the process is, you have to create the definition, then you have to create the fields, then you have to add some entries, and then you can just bind it to the meta field, and then you can use it on any page or product. So it sounds complex, I know, but I will show you step by step. It is straightforward, very straightforward. I've done multiple meta objects, a lot of meta objects, and I have full clarity now. So you will also have the full clarity once you practice it yourself. So you click on add definition, and then it would be events. The meta objects definition would be events, and description is an optional. I would leave it for now, and I will add the field. Like the first field would be event title, okay, and then it would be one value. Record field, no, I don't want to select any other thing. Click on add, and then the description will be multi-line text, okay, event description, okay, and then it will be multi-line. Then think of something else. You can say like event image, okay. Let's click on file and event image, and then okay, it will be one file. This is one file is selected, okay. Videos and images both are sorted. And then other thing we can think of is event date. Yes, event date. sorry, it would be like add field, event date, and it would be yeah, single line text would be fine. Okay, with event date, sorry, the tab is not correct. I was just confused in it. So we, if you scroll down, there is an option for date and time. So it would be event date, okay, and one value, and the last is event URL. So it would be URL something like this, event URL, and then I click on add, and that's it. The definition has been created, and I have also assigned the fields. Don't worry, just refresh this page. So as you can see, the events meta object has been created. Let's just close it and see uh, how it looks like. So this is the events meta field that is created. It has 0 entries. So let's add some entries. And for the entries, I will use the DeepSeek as I mentioned before. So entry, you can add multiple entries you want. You can add like 100 entries. That's up to you. So I will add the data, for example, tomato festival. Okay, for the description I will use DeepSeek, and even date would be like 16 April, and the time is correct. Even URL, let me add some dummy data. I have used DeepSeek for creating dummy data, and I will add the event description that I just copied, and this is the event description, just a sample one, and I will add this one. And for the event image, let me add some dummy data. You can say yes, this is the dummy data. Okay, so just add dummy data. I added an image and I click on save. I will just add another entry. So I guess 2 entries would be enough. So click on events and let's add another entry. So we have already added one entry. You can add multiple entries you want, and then the entry, another entries with this one, and select file. So I will select some dummy file like this file is correct. Okay, so you have to select the event date and then event time, event URL, just dummy that. Okay, so we have created the meta object. We have assigned, we have created the fields in the meta object, and then we have added the entries. So the next step is we have to create a meta field for the events, and we will assign meta object bind. We will basically bind meta object to that meta field. Okay, so once I do it, you will have an idea why this process was so important. So we want to use that event in a page. You can use it anywhere. You can use it on blog. You can use it on blog post. You can use it on locations. You can use it on order page. You can use it on anywhere. But the most important area is that you can use it on pages, or you can use it on products, or you can use it on collections. So for this tutorial, I will create the meta field for pages. So remember, if you want to create the meta, if you want to use it on the product page, you have to create a meta field for product as well. So we will click on add definition, and then we will click on events. Once you click on events, just skip the description and click on select type, and then just scroll down, and you will see the option. It will be meta object. Okay, you have to select the reference, and reference is events. So this is the reference. So this is the exact meta object that we created. We have created the reference, and then we have to click on save. So the most of the steps, all the steps are done. So the last step is left. So you have to click on sales channel and then online store. I know this tutorial would be a little lengthy, but this concept is not so straightforward that it could be done in like 5 minutes. I have to explain each and everything. So I click on pages, and then I will click on about. Any page you want to assign that meta object, you can click on that page. For instance, this is just for the reusable purposes. So for example, if I want to use it on about page, I will click on about, and you will see the meta field already created. The process for meta field is same, but the difference is that this time we have assigned the meta object. So I click on events, and then you will have the option to select the entry. So this is where the reusable concept comes. Suppose you have created the 1,000 entries for the events, so you just have to select the entry here, that's it. So you saved a lot of time. So you will click on events and then select entry, and I will select, like for the about page, I will select the midnight book fair. Okay, so I will click on save. Okay, and for example, for the contact page, okay, for the contact page I want to use the meta field midnight book fair. Okay, we already use a midnight book cover, so I think we should use tomato festival. Okay, so the process is done. You just have to assign it in the theme customization. You don't have to indulge with coding in any way. So you have to open theme customization, clicking on themes, and then open on click on theme customization from here, and click on the about us page so that we can edit the data. Okay, as you can see, just this thing, okay, image with text. Let's delete this one, the existing one. Okay, so how you can use the reusable things in this page? So you have to click on add section inside the page. This page is empty. I haven't added any data in about us page. So just have to click on add section. You can add any section you want. So that's not an issue. You can add multi-row, you can add collapsible content, you can add the contact form. Everything could be editable, and you can use the same data that you assign to that page. So let me show you, like if you click on image with text. Okay, so for the image you have to click on this icon. This is the dynamic content icon, and it will automatically fetch the events because we have already assigned the meta objects to that page. We have created the meta field, and then we have fetched the entry. So it will automatically fetch this one. This is the book fair image. Automatically it has fetched. Just ignore the image just for testing. And this is the text one. Okay, so this is the heading, and just delete this one and it will automatically fetch this thing. Okay, so it will show events, and inside the events it will show event title. So that's it. It is automatically fetched, and I don't have to manually write each and every data. I have written data once, and then I have given the reference to that page, and it is automatically fetching all the information. So then we have to, for the description, I have to click on events and event description, and then you have to click on button. So everything is just automatic. Event link. Okay, and then for this one, dynamic source, you can add the URL, and that's it. I hope the things are clear. So the same process could be applied on the contact us page, because we already assigned the tomato festival details to the contact page. So you can automatically do it will automatically fetch all the information. You don't have to remember the tomato festival details, the title, the description. All the data is already saved, so you just have to reference it. So I mean, you text, and then again the same process. Okay, events, and then event image. Okay, so this image is actually cool. Again the same process. The process is similar. So I'll click on events, and then event title. Okay, oh, one thing I just forgot, sorry. You can also, we already assigned the event date as well, so I just forgot to add in about us page, but let's do it in the contact us page. So for this one, let's add the description first, and we forgot to add the event time and date. I know a lot of people would be angry with me because I added the date and then caption. You can add the caption like this, and then let's add something like this is the event date. Yes, so event date has been added, and then the button event URL, okay, and then the link will be refreshed automatically. So I hope the things are clear how we can assign the meta object to pages. So the process is similar for the product pages as well, but I will show you the whole process again so that you can have an idea that the process is not different and it's the same way, but I will just move the things forward. I will not explain each and every step. We have already done the steps. I will just fast forward. Okay, let's move towards the product page example of meta objects now. I hope the pages example is clear. So to create the meta objects for the products, we have to click on content, and then we have to click on meta objects and then add the definition. We will create fields and then we will add the entries the same way. So designers, then the field would be like, the first field would be name, okay, and then it would be like description, multi-line description, okay, and then click on add, and then the website. I think let's stick to something really simple, and the URL website. I think the image is not necessary for now, but let's add it to make it more better. So it will be like file, so file and image, okay. You can also add the video, okay. We click on save, and I will add some sample data. I will pause the video because entry is very easier. So I will click on add entry, and then I will add some entries for him. I will add 2 entries for now. I just added 2 entries for the designers: the name, the website, image, and the URL. Okay, so name, description, the website, and the image. Okay, so now the process is again similar. We have to click on settings and then click on custom data, and we have to create the meta fields for this product because we want to use this one on the product page. If we want to use on the pages, Shopify pages, we can create the meta field for that page. So for example, we have to click on like custom data, and then we have to click on products, and then again you have to click on add definition, and it would be designers, and then select type. The type would be meta object, and meta object would be, the reference would be designers, and then we have to go to product page and select any product you want. For example, I will select this one, my favorite one, running t-shirt, man, summer. So I will go down, and the designers meta field is there. I will select the entry, so this entry is selected. So click on set, and the process is, so I've opened the theme customization, and now I will find the product to which I assigned the meta field, and shortly the meta object. I have assigned the meta object to that product directly. So I will click on running t-shirt, and then I can use an existing section on the product page, or I can add a new section. That's up to me, so that's not an issue. So for instance, you click on add section, so let's delete this one. I will use my favorite section. If it text, you can use any section you want, that's not a problem. So for instance, let's add like image with text, because this is easier to explain, but you can use any section. I have tested with multiple sections, it works same. So I will click on dynamic image, and then I will search for the designers. So it has automatically fetched the design image for me. So just add a designer image. So now let me just try to fetch the data that we assigned. Click on head dynamic, and then designers, and then name. The name of the designer would be fetched automatically. And then again you have to click on designers, and then you have to click on description, and then the last option is the website, and then you have to click on website, and you can just select this dynamic source and click on designers and then website. So that's it. I hope the things are clear. This is how the meta object is used. If you want to use any other entry for any other product, you just have to go into that product page and then just assign the entry, and then you can refer it like this. You can just open the product page in the theme customization and you can refer it very easily. So something like this, just as a last part of the video. So I open product, and for example I want to assign the second entry. I will click on men's casual pants, and then just go down. I'll go down and then designers, and then select entry, and I will select this entry, and the process would be similar. I will go into theme customization and then refer that values, and it will automatically, Shopify will automatically fetch that value because we already assigned it into the product page. I hope the thing is clear. Please let me know if there is any ambiguity in the comments, and I will try my best to reply to each and every comment. Thank you very much.